60 days from now is summer. If I had to ditch the runner body and actually look like that I train, I would follow this exact game plan. I've dedicated the past 7 years of my life to running and the past 3 to lifting. And then in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through a week by week schedule that I would follow if I wanted to build muscle in 60 days as a skinny runner. Weeks 1 and 2, those are your foundation weeks. I'm calling it that because like the foundation of a house or a building, without it, the whole thing crumbles down. And just like your training plan, I mean, you can just say sayonara to having a good looking body this summer. However, if you do this correctly, then things are gonna go right for you. So to ensure that these 8 weeks go by as smooth as possible, here's what you gotta do. Take a look at your current running plan. Just see like where you can actually allocate days to lifting and pick 2 to 4 of your easy run / recovery days and put that as your lift days. So for example, in my current plan, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and Sunday are my off / easy run days. So I would choose those days to lift on. Currently, I do a 3x full body workout Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I've seen great results from that from both my running and my lifting. So if I was back in your position, being a skinny runner, and I wanted to build more muscle, I wouldn't change anything about that. The 3x full body works great for me. Maybe if I was feeling really crappy, since I was just starting out with lifting, I would do 2 days. But realistically, 3 days is what I can commit to, so that's what I would choose. Maybe later in the training to bump it up to 4 days, but for now in the first 2 weeks, just finding days where I can be consistent in, knowing I would actually show up to the gym, because that's what's more important. And speaking of showing up to the gym, what you want to do in terms of finding a gym is to look up on Google Maps which one's the closest to you and which one fits your budget. Pick that. Maybe do a free trial and check it out. See if they have the equipment that you want and need, and that's the gym that you should be going to. Don't overthink it, just pick. If you're a runner who wants to build muscle without losing performance, in the description down below, I've included a link to my free ebook, 14 pages packed full of information of stuff I wish I had when I was in your position. It has training plans, a list of exercises with how to do the proper form, as well as a progress tracker to make sure you're actually progressing your lifts and building muscle and strength over time. And on top of that, it's gonna ask you for your email, so A, I know who to send it out to, and B, so I can put you on my mailing list, so in the near future, I can send you weekly training tips, as well as exclusive offers only offered to my mailing list. Link in the description down below, go check it out. These first 2 weeks are all about setting things up, the foundation, because when you have a correct foundation, that means that you're gonna actually have a better chance of getting to your goals. You won't run into problems with consistency or just not knowing what to do or just showing up at the gym on the random, because that's not gonna lead you anywhere. And we wanna make the most out of these first 8 weeks. Once you have a basic idea of what days you wanna lift on and what gym you're gonna be going to, now it's time for exercises. Think about the 7 movements: the squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, carry, and the core. Pick a lift or exercise from each one of those, and you'll be set. When you think about training movements rather than muscles, you've already set yourself up for great success as a runner. Because if you train for muscles, sure, like your muscles will get bigger, but it won't be in the way that you want it to be. They'll look good, but they won't transmit over to your running, which is what you want, right? So when you train movements, you're building muscle that not only looks good, but performs well too, so you can run fast, lift heavy, and look good. So weeks 1 to 2 is all about choosing the lifts, what days to lift, and also just learning the form, getting the technique down, and just getting used to the gym. Weeks 3 to 4 now, it's all about progression. So now it's time to track your lifts. And to do so, you want to open up either your iPhone Notes app or go on Google Sheets, type in the exercise that you did, the reps you did, the sets you did, and then the day you did it on, and that's it. Right now, since it's just the early stages, don't get too crazy about tracking, because that could be another barrier to going to the gym. Like, oh, I don't want to track my workouts, that's too much work. So right now, just make a template, make it super chill and easy, just the day you lifted, the exercise, the sets, the reps, etc., how you felt that day, whatever. As to how to progress in your lifts, again, just make sure, it was final note, that your technique is just down, because as a beginner, you're gonna see gains no matter what during these first 8 weeks, so you don't have to go up crazy weight just right now. You have plenty of time for that, and I wanna stress that. You have plenty of years and time in the gym for that, so don't worry too much about the weight. Just get the form down, but once you've established a good base and the technique is there, you can start talking about weight. So if, for example, you're doing 8 to 12 reps right now, and maybe you did 12 reps on the bench press at 100 pounds last week on week 3, maybe on week 4, you can go up to 105 and do like 9 reps. And then if that felt good, if your technique's still there, maybe increase the weight or even go up a rep or something. And that's how you progress. It's pretty simple. Maybe after filming this video, I'll make an example on how to actually progress in your lifts so you can get a nice little visual as to what that would look like over a 8 to 12 week span. On top of tracking your lifts, on week 3, you also want to get into the habit of tracking your food. Get an app like MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, and for week 3, don't change anything but pick 3 days out of your week, 2 weekdays, 1 weekend, just to track your food and see where you're at. Running already burns a shit ton of calories, and with lifting added on top of that, that just means you're gonna be burning more calories. So if your goal is to build muscle, you wanna make sure you're eating enough as a runner. You're already lean enough, your fat's already down from all the running, I'm assuming. So what you wanna do is to find your maintenance, track it, track your foods 3 days out of the week for week 3, and the week 4 make adjustments. So week 4, you know what your eating habits are, you know how much you actually need to eat to be in your maintenance. Add 200 to 300 calories above that maintenance and you'll be lean bulking. And if you want more information about that and why you should be eating more, I made a whole video about that, so go check that out once this video is done. Weeks 5 to 6, this is really nothing crazy. Think about the second lap of the mile where you're not really pushing the pace too hard, you're just keeping a nice consistent effort so you can actually carry on to the end. You're trying not to slow down too much, but you're not exactly at the end of the 8 weeks just yet. So weeks 5 to 6, just keep up with the habits. Make sure you're going to the gym, that you're eating right, you're sleeping right, tracking everything that you can, and just being on top of things. At this point, the motivation really starts to die down, so you just really have to keep things grounded. If you need some more motivation, go to the bathroom, take some progress photos, see that the muscles are starting to pop out a little bit, and that's gonna carry on to the end of the 8 weeks. Week 7 to 8, now it's time just to finish hard. Week 7, it's all about just don't change anything, don't program hop, don't just randomly go for like 7 days a week of lifting and then maybe go to 1 day the next week. Doesn't really make any sense. Just keep up with the habits that you've built over time. Just keep putting in the effort, doing the work that you've been doing the past 7 weeks, and by the time you get to week 8, you're gonna have a body that you're super proud of. A body that, you know, it's not your dream physique just yet, but it's the start of the journey. I mean, at this point, your whole mindset's gonna change, right? Like, you didn't think it was possible that you could run fast, lift heavy, and look good, right? Like, you thought that your speed, maybe your endurance would slow down, like you get too bulky. But now you're at a point where it's like, oh shit, like my abs are popping up, my biceps, I can actually flex them. I feel more confident in my body. Don't forget to grab the free guide, link down below in the description. It's got everything you need to start building muscle today as a runner without losing your performance. I make videos for young, ambitious men who want to run fast, lift heavy, and look good and maximize not just their fitness, but their quality of life as well. If that's you, subscribe and follow for more.